All right, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello all and welcome back to the Women's Football Chat Live. It is fantastic to be back. We've had a fantastic summer. We've had some brilliant international games, but now club football is back and we return today with some pre-season action. Today it's Gotham versus Chelsea, the champions of the NWSL against the champions of the WSL. Should be an exciting game today. Unfortunately, we couldn't cover Arsenal-Washington Spirit on Sunday, but we will be doing Arsenal-Chelsea this Sunday, which is very exciting. But tonight, our attention, as it is fast approaching midnight here in the UK, is on Gotham Chelsea. Harry, are you excited for today's game?
It is. It's a late one, but it is a good one. It's
a great one. Was there? It rhymed.
Yeah,
what a great one.
That is a very good one. Well done. I missed that one. Maybe because it's so late. But yeah, this is going to be a very, very good game for Gotham. It's a mid-season friendly to help them prepare for the rest of the domestic NWSL campaign. For Chelsea, it is the mark and the sign of a new era at Chelsea Football Club. It is Sonia Bompastor's first game in charge. Yes, it is non-competitive, and yes, it won't count in the long run. But as Chelsea fans, we count it as a huge moment. To not be under Emma Hayes' management for the first time in a few years is a weird feeling. It's very strange to see another face in the Chelsea dugout. It is a momentous game for the Blues. It's a new lineup. It's a team that are looking to build on this pre-season over in USA to take the form into the WSL season and push for another domestic title. So the preparation starts here. A lot of people don't care about pre-season, but for me, pre-season, mid-season, whatever it is, the game is big.
Yeah, definitely. I think, as you know, from a Chelsea perspective, it's a chance to see Sonia Bompastor's tactic in play for the first time, which is obviously an exciting moment. We've not actually seen a whole lot of content from Bompastor in the club, so it's good to see her on the sideline today, and obviously we'll get to see a few debutants as well, which is a lovely part of pre-season. Shall we have a look at the lineups? I am very much doubting. I don't think the game's on FootMob, so we're going to have to go hunting for these this evening. But I feel like I could probably guess most of the Chelsea team. Not too different from last season, but yeah, some interesting changes.
And I think that's the big thing for Chelsea, isn't it? There isn't too much difference in last season. So most of the playing squad Chelsea are used to, we know how it's going to play. The big question is on Bompastor and on her tactics.
Yes, indeed. So let's get into that Chelsea team. Then in goal tonight, it's Hannah Hampton. Into back four of Lucy Bronze coming in for her first Chelsea appearance, alongside captain Millie Bright, Natalie Bjorn and Neve Charles. Midfield two is Cuthbert and Cap Tien, coming in for her debut, youngster coming from the Youth Academy. Then Wrighton, James, Canaride and Beaver Jones. So expect Beaver Jones to lead the line, Wright on the left, Canaride on the right, James in attack midfield. Solid lineup.
Yeah, very much so. It is a strong side. Obviously, the majority of that side did play consistently for Chelsea. As you say, two talking points are the youth prospect coming through. Big moment for her. And also Lucy Bronze. Lucy Bronze in a Chelsea shirt. That is a weird feeling. That is a strange one to see. But nonetheless, it is happening. It is reality. And from a Chelsea point of view, it is really very exciting to see one of the best right backs in the world touching the grass in Chelsea blue. Hopefully she can get a good strong 90 minutes under her belt here and look towards building what is going to be a really important season coming forward for Chelsea.
Yeah, definitely. Amabedi Firinyane, I hope I pronounced your name correctly there, says, where are we watching, lads? We are in the UK and we are watching on DAZN. If you're anywhere in the world, it is available on DAZN in some form or another. They're covering it, they put it on everything, so you can find a way to watch it quite easily. But yeah, we are watching on DAZN. Joseph says, big up Jake and Harry. He must also be feeling a little tired because obviously we have to have a Jake in this studio.
No.
But yeah, welcome to the stream. Good to see a Chelsea fan. I only jest. I know what you meant to say. But yeah, I'm excited for tonight. We've not seen Chelsea play in a while, and I can see chatters as well because 8 votes so far and 100% think Chelsea are going to win.
Wow, yeah, that is pretty strong. It's it's important for Chelsea, you feel, because I think it raises a very, very strong question this season for Chelsea. Obviously, the WSL is the most competitive it has been, and with new management, I think there are a lot of questions around Chelsea going into this next season, whether they will go on to win the title with Manchester City looking strong, Arsenal looking strong as well. You know, is there a case here? Yeah, there is a case building that Chelsea may not win the domestic English title for the first time in a few years, and that is a big problem for Bompastor. She cannot allow that case to build. Chelsea need to address that early. But the imperative to winning trophies is having a good pre-season, and with games like tonight, that is how that can start.
Yes, so have a look then at the Gotham team. Now, unfortunately, they have listed their players in squad number order. So piecing together where any of them play is going to be a challenge, but I can assume that at the top of the screen, number 38, Miller, is in goal. Brunina, number 3, I want to guess a left back. Captain Zerboni, they've got Stevens, Martin, Sheehan, Ryan, Freeman, of course, Jess Carter, Stengel and Meitane. Shane Sino and Katrine Berger. And obviously we'll try and piece together that starting 11 as the game goes on. But yeah, should be an interesting one tonight. So Sherry Nessie Berger though.
Yeah, very much so. It feels for Gotham, obviously they are missing quite a few players due to the Paris Olympics we've just seen. So obviously there is no Berger, no Sonnet, no Davidson, all these players that played at the Olympics aren't
Jessica Silva as well.
Jessica Silva as well.
Yet.
New
bench. She is not.
New signing, very big news for Gotham. That is a huge deal to get Jess Silva in the door. Very interesting to see how she can impact the second half of the NWSL season. I say second half, it's not really a half. It's like 3/4. But never mind. It's a mid. Yeah, exactly. But for Gotham, this is an opportunity really for some players to get a run out. It's a chance for... Realistically, this game is bigger for Chelsea than it is for Gotham, because Chelsea are looking forward to building a pre-season.
Yeah.
Gotham, it's the mid-season game where they need to keep their fitness, they need to keep their sharpness as they're looking to defend their crown really as in the NWSL. So for that reason, it is big for them. But realistically, for both sides, the result doesn't matter. Equally, I say that if Chelsea do lose 5-0 tonight, then I'm sure some people will have some questions as to what on earth happened.
Well, their season gets back underway in a couple of days' time, I think, Gotham. I believe they play Washington Spirit. There's a report on Fawns this Saturday. So, yeah, their season gets back underway soon. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff in the UK. That'd been lovely to do today. But, alas, we're interested to see them back in NWSL action. But for Chelsea today, it's a good chance to get to see Bompastor up against some really challenging opposition. And actually quite a fun prospect of seeing Chelsea take on a side they wouldn't normally take on.
I was thinking, this is a rarity, isn't it? We're seeing an NWSL side play against a WSL side. It's good to see. Obviously, there's a lot of questions. There's this massive debate where, is the NWSL stronger? Is the WSL stronger? The English League versus the American League. I mean, this friendly isn't going to settle it, but it's always fun to see that these comparisons are slightly nudged in the right direction by games like this, and it's going to be interesting to see what the outcome of this match is, albeit it doesn't really matter to either of these two sides. It's all about momentum, it's all about fitness, it's all about preparation.
Very much so. Justin Williams, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, mate. Saying, is Kerr coming back this season? We hope so. We really hope so. Obviously, she got injured in January, an ACL injury, based on previous injuries. Other players have had ACL injuries. You can assume it'll be about 9 to 11 months, so any time from September to November. We would assume it'll be later in that, because obviously Kerr has had issues before with her ACL, with various ligaments in her knees, so we expect it to be a slightly longer recovery time. So I would say November, December at the earliest. We may not even see it to the turn of the new year. I think for Chelsea, they can afford to be precautionary, though, in the same way Barcelona were with Alexia Putellas. Chelsea have Mo Ramirez, they have Viva Jones, they have, hopefully, Mia Fischel. She's in the US camp, so will she be involved a little bit? Light training? Hopefully so, and at least she's in and around the first team squad. So that's an encouraging sign. I think, obviously, Kerr a huge miss, but Chelsea have got players that can fill those boots now. Yeah,
very much so. Sam Kerr is the kind of player that you cannot risk rushing back, because if you rush a player of her quality back after such a horrible injury, there's a huge chance it can go drastically wrong, and Chelsea cannot risk that. So it will be a slow and steady introduction back to first team football for Kerr. For Fischel, it is simply the fact that the opportunity arose because she was already stateside with her rehabilitation, so it kind of fit perfectly that she could join up with the squad for the USA pre-season tour, so that's good for her. I doubt we'll see her play any football, but you never know. She's part of the squad. It's good to see her back with the side. So yeah, that'll be good going forwards. I think Chelsea, as you say, abundance of options, even with Fischel and Kerr being introduced slowly. Myra Ramirez can play there, and then
Macario can, James can, Viva Jones
It's
can.
a hell of a list. It really is for Chelsea. So it's not a position of worry, I would say, for Chelsea.
No, I definitely don't think they're going to be out rushing to sign a forward. Obviously, they have just signed, I forget the name now, just Abdulera from Paris FC. She's been loaned back to Paris FC for the season, so it's not someone who's going to come in and make an immediate impact. But there are discussions about when Sam Kerr will move on. Obviously, we thought she was going to move on for a large part, or for about an hour of this summer, and that hour was the worst hour of her experience. Just sat there in tears. But obviously then she did decide to stay. It was all part of a genius plan from Sam Kerr, and an extension indeed. But there will be talks about when she will move on, and Chelsea need to be prepared for that eventuality.
Yeah, very much so. I think it could be in the next few years we do see Sam Kerr move on. It would probably be heading over to the States. So that's always that seems to be a viable option if you win everything in Europe. I think. That's what it is in it for Kerr. Kerr sees the vision. Kerr sees that there's an opportunity here to win the Women's Champions League under Bompastor at Chelsea. If she does that, she's won everything there is to win in Europe. So for Kerr, that next incentive is to go out to America and perform well there. But it'll be interesting to see what she wants to do in the next few years.
Yeah, Chelsea fan mentioning João Felix. We will be talking about João Felix actually in a video hopefully coming this week if we can get our schedule together. So look out for that later this week. We'll also be talking about Chelsea on Wednesday on the men's channel. So look out for all of that. And indeed on the women's channel as well. So lots of Chelsea content coming out over both channels this week. Mayron saying it's really late here in Uganda, but I have to be here for Chelsea women because I need to recover from the men's disappointment. I don't think we're too bad on Sunday, but yeah, I do want to see Chelsea women win tonight. And Eden asks, when does the new season start? Well, firstly, welcome to the stream, Eden. And the new season starts on the 21st of September. We've had it marked in our calendars, in our diaries for ages now. It's that Friday, isn't it? Is it 21st or 20th of September?
23rd. Friday's the 20th.
Yes, it is Friday the 20th. That will be when Chelsea play Aston Villa on that Friday night. And of course, we'll be live for it here. We're hoping to be able to do at least one WSL game a weekend. Obviously, if we are going to games and we have other commitments, we may not be able to do that. But we are hoping to stream as much as possible next season. We are only streaming on this channel next season as well. So we have no reason not to.
I mean, 32 days until the start of the WSL season, and
exciting, isn't it?
I mean, that would be such a fitting game. Chelsea, Aston Villa, two teams under new management, starting new eras at their football clubs.
Yeah.
And when we talk about that game, games like tonight are so pivotal in how that outcome could go, because Chelsea over the next few weeks going to be building up that preparation towards the new campaign. And they've got to get it right. I'm not saying they need to go and batter Gotham tonight, but they'll want to put on a good performance. And I think the big question is, how is Bompastor going to play? How is this Chelsea side going to set up? We're going to see the similarities. We're going to see differences between Hayes and Bompastor. And I'm very intrigued to see if it's going to work or not.
Yeah, for me, the only result in pre-season that I will pay any interest to is the final game. When we play at Kings Meadow, when we're on home soil, when we've only got 2 weeks of the season, that for me will be more important. Now I know they're a slightly weaker opponent, but I want to see a good performance. I want to see some goals. Yeah. For me, these US games, as much as they are for building up fitness, we do that in the pre-season camp. We do that away from the matches. Obviously, that match sharpness, you get that in the pre-season games, but they have a lot of players have only just come back from the Olympics. It doesn't make a huge difference in my opinion. These games are simply for the fans, and we get to enjoy them. We get to enjoy some really fun games that we wouldn't normally see. For the American fans, they get to watch Chelsea and Arsenal in the flesh. Obviously, that's a huge pull. But for me, the results tonight don't matter that much. They're simply like spectacle.
And on that note, are you surprised that Bompastor has named such a strong 11?
No, because that's what the fans are paid for. They want to go and see the star players. We saw the Arsenal 11 on Sunday, and they still played some really strong players, but there were a lot of youngsters in there. I think we will see young players get involved, and I think we'll see a practically different 11 in the second half. I guess we'll see what happens.
But that's the thing, Idaval knows his squad. Bompastor doesn't. Bompastor hasn't seen the squad, so even though it is really strong, even though she knows she's picking the best players, Bompastor needs to see that on the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, given the fact we had an international break just for the Olympics, we've just had the Olympics, a lot of players have played a lot of football. These feel more like exhibition matches for me, rather than pre-season friendlies.
Yeah.
Pre-season friendlies are where you go out, where you've got to build that sharpness, where you want to understand the tactic. Obviously, that is part of what Chelsea are doing here, which other clubs are perhaps not, is understanding Bompastor's tactic. And while Arsenal will be there purely for the exhibition, Chelsea obviously do have some work to do. But you do that off the field. And I think these games, yes, you get to start to see what we're going to do, but we don't actually see that final idea of what that tactic's going to look like until we play Aston Villa on the 20th of September. So, yeah, these games are fun, but they're not of the utmost importance.
Yeah, very much so. Although it still is exciting to see both sides back on the football pitch playing their stuff, especially from a Chelsea point of view. It has been a while since Chelsea has stepped out in a game of football, and it is still strange to see Sonia Bompastor in that dugout. It is still really strange, but it's something we're get used to.
I think it's not so much strange to see her, just not to see Emma Hayes.
Yeah, very much so. You know, I'm expecting to see that lovely blue suit of hers, walk out and down the touchline. But times are changing, and while she is off succeeding with the USWNT, Chelsea need a new leader, really. Is hopefully Bompastor. I mean, she's the best in the business, really, isn't she? Apart from Emma Hayes.
Geraldes
does have a good argument.
Probably a good shout.
It's such a close one. I think it's hard to say because obviously, Geraldes, as much as Barcelona do dominate domestically, he's known for his European success, whereas Bompastor and Hayes are known for delivering domestic success to such a high level.
Well, Bompastor is a multiple-time Champions League winner, both as a player and a manager.
Of course,
to be fair.
I mean, Lyon have won the Ligue 1 Féminine despite being having competition from Paris FC, from PSG.
That's where I think a difference between them and Barcelona is they did actually have threat in Liga, and as much as I don't think that PSG until probably this season were on the level of Lyon, and Paris FC have still got some work to do, but they are a decent threat. I just don't think that Atleti and Real are comparatively as close to those top league sides. So, I don't know. Could be interesting. Anyway, we've got kickoff coming shortly here. Obviously, it was scheduled as a midnight kickoff. We're already 3 minutes past midnight. The other night they played some national anthems before Arsenal Washington Spirit, so we might have another 7 minutes to fill. We might be getting underway in the next 2, so I guess we'll just play it by ear. But if you have got any questions heading into this one, then do get involved in the live chat. 23 votes in the polling chat so far, 78% backing Chelsea tonight, 13% going for Gotham, and 9% think this game will be a draw.
Fair enough. It's pretty dominant for Chelsea, but it's not completely. I think one person we haven't touched on that we really should touch on, Jess Carter.
Yeah, it's obviously another one that has departed Chelsea this summer. It'll be weird seeing her lining up against the Blues. I love Jess Carter. I think she's been a real loyal servant, but for me,
it was the right time to go.
Yeah, I don't think she was ever the best player in the Chelsea team. I think that with Bjorn there now, with Booker now, with Bright, with Aspen in the future, with Newen coming back from an ACL, and hopefully another centre half, maybe. I think we're okay in that position. I know we've lost Mielda as well, so now we look fairly light, and actually we are going into the season with only 3 fit senior centre halves because Aspen's not come to the USA. So you would assume she's off on another loan move. But yeah, Justin says, UWSL wide open with Hayes and Geraldes gone. Yes, very true. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. I still think Barcelona have the most quality, and unless something crazy happens, like Bonmati joins Lyon or Chelsea, I don't see a way that Barca... I don't know. I think it's still between 3 teams. Obviously, so it's not wide open, but it is more open than it was before, I would say.
It is close.
And obviously Lyon don't have Bompastor anymore. So all 3 teams are a period of change now. Yeah,
it's such a weird scenario, isn't it?
But I don't see anyone. Like, I know Real have made great signings this window, but are they going to push them up? Probably not.
Yeah.
Man City were great in the league last season. They've still got to actually qualify for the Champions League, so we'll see what they do there first. But are they going to win it? Probably not. You never know.
Yeah.
Maybe Arsenal will win it.
And maybe
miracles going to
happen. That would be something. But yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Over in Europe, the 3 big powerhouses are all under a period of change. It's such an unknown. So for Chelsea, part of it is strike while the iron's hot, take advantage. But that's not easy when they're also going under change. So for Chelsea, I think it's gonna be a very interesting season. Either Bompastor's going to come in and deliver early, or it's going to be a roller coaster of a season. It's going to be tough. It's going to be fun though, and it was going to be very interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah, very, very true. Could be a good one tonight though. Chelsea versus Gotham coming up now. And well, hopefully we have kick-off in the not too distant future. The national anthems, all that's done. I don't know why we've got a torch.
Or why Billie Jean King's here.
Who's Billie Jean King?
Tennis player.
No. Loads of fun things happening.
What's that? Is that a cat? No?
This is the Gotham Chalice or something.
This is cool. What's it going to do?
Please tell me it sets on fire.
That would be cool. Oh, it does.
Oh,
wow.
Fantastic stuff.
That's made my evening.
Well,
That was worth it. That was worth it.
The Gotham Chalice.
I saw a torch light up.
Time to get excited. And that is a face. That's a very weird face to see in blue. Lucy Bronze.
Yeah, very much so.
It's going to take some adjusting to.
It doesn't feel like pre-season. I feel like I'm walking into the biggest game of the season so
the lit
far.
chalice now, yeah.
Lighting the fire in them. There it is.
Now we're wheeling it away behind the news reporter.
Yeah, well done. Whoever planned that out before the game on a howler. But yeah, going to be very interesting to see how these two sides play.
Yeah.
Obviously, majority of support is for Gotham out in the USA. But overall...
No, I think there is still some strong support for Chelsea there.
Oh yeah, of course there is. But for Gotham, they are technically the home side.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
They are. It's at MSG, isn't it? I don't know where they. I don't know if they
Red Bull
play there
Arena.
normally, but
It's in America.
it's in New York.
Yeah.
Gotham are New York based. New York / New Jersey based. I think.
Yes, that's the...
I don't know
That is
how
the-
that happens.
No,
I don't know if they're
neither.
near each other. I don't really know much about the geography of America.
No. If you're a Gotham fan, let us know. So Jess Carter starting left back tonight then for Gotham.
Yeah, Miller in goal, back four, Bruninia, Maitane, Freeman and Carter. We're not going to know the rest of the team because they've cut to the Chelsea lineup, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to say.
Which is also wrong because Neve Charles is in centre half and Natalie Bjorn is not left back.
So maybe Carter, maybe the Gotham team is wrong. We
Who
don't
knows? Who knows?
Chelsea fans got to go. See you, Chelsea fan. Enjoy your work meeting tomorrow, mate. Hopefully see you for a stream soon.
What do you mean? Technically, you mean today?
It's very true. On a technicality now, it is a work meeting today. And yeah, obviously,
Happy Tuesday, everyone in the UK.
Arsenal Chelsea coming up this Sunday. Make sure to join us there. That's a much more reasonable kick-off time for people.
That
in
will
the
be a
UK.
good one.
Yes, hopefully. Interesting chance to see
Equally,
Bompastor against
I
Arsenal.
still find it weird playing your domestic rivals in pre-season.
Oh, I agree. It's only for the American audience. They
It
don't
is.
get, the people want to go and watch Arsenal Chelsea out in the
They
US.
do.
They get that opportunity, but
But it would annoy me that Arsenal fans taking it so seriously. What is this camera angle?
and well, it will be Chelsea to get us started here tonight. Aggie Beaver Jones knocks it back, and we're underway for 90 minutes of action here in the USA. It's Gotham versus Chelsea as Chelsea begin their pre-season preparations. Bjorn already losing the ball there and perhaps seeing that pre-season rustiness in the early stages here. But yeah, so tactically for Chelsea, we'll try and work out what they're doing. It looks from the offset like a 4-2-3-1, pretty much what we would expect to see. Is just a captain involved? Do you think that's someone who could be involved quite a lot for Chelsea this season, or is that simply handing an opportunity in pre-season?
I think it's a very interesting one because I think you look at the strength of the rest of the team, and it would definitely suggest that Bompastor has her eye on her and thinks there's definitely a possibility she can get involved.
But captain over Potter as well is an interesting call.
Yeah, that is cool. That is an interesting call. I'm intrigued. That does surprise me. Is Potter younger though?
I think so. I was just going to see where captain was last season.
Yeah,
She's not even in the squad on football, so
fair enough.
you have to Google it. Yeah, Chelsea are coming forwards now. Canaride wants to take on Bruninia. That is
Canaride
Bruninia unable to keep that on the pitch.
is a strange player for me
Oh, we're
because
getting a hot take already.
no. I think Canaride is a brilliant player, and she does. I feel what Canaride is that in a team full of big game players.
Just for captain, by the way, was on loan at 20 last season. We signed her last summer. sent her on loan for the season. Now she's come back to be involved with the first team. So it does make sense that she might be involved with the first team. Obviously, Potter coming through the youth academy, probably not ready for senior football just yet.
Yeah.
Justin, by the way, saying, "Oh yes, these are the biggest women's games of the year over here in the US. Lots of excitement at these games. 15,000 in for Arsenal game when we average around 10k." But yeah, and as Justin says, it's good to get the hot takes on early. Yeah, as you were saying on Canada Ride, what's the disrespect?
Well, no, it's not. I just think it's very interesting to see in a Chelsea team full of big game players that, for me, Canada isn't that big game player. She doesn't come up she doesn't come up with that incredible moment, that can completely change the game. But what she does so well, she does the business against the other side. You look at her, if you look at who she scored against, I know she scored against Arsenal last season, but apart from that, all the goals for Canada are coming against teams in the lower half of the table. That's a terrible pass from Hampton.
My biggest criticism as Gotham come forward here of Canada, that is not a bad shot at all there from the Gotham forward, just going wide of the mark. But my biggest criticism of Canaride is that she doesn't really put up many goal contributions. Yeah, I think she's a fantastic player. But yeah, doesn't put up many goals. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing when you're surrounded by players that score loads of goals. Having someone who will get them into those positions, even if it's not an assist, but if it's a pre-assist, it's still getting that ball forward. It's still creating opportunities. I think that, but she is someone who doesn't put up loads of goals and assists.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
There's Neve Charles, holds on to that well, now looks to come down the line, tries to find Wrighton, and that has stayed on the pitch somehow.
And then I think...
Throw gravity there to stay on the field.
The other question is obviously with the player on the other flank, Guro Wrighton, needs a good season. Really needs a good season.
Weirdly for me, the competition here is between Wrighton and Nusken, which doesn't make any sense because they don't play the same position, but... I think based on the performance of those two players will dictate where Lauren James plays this season. James is phenomenal on attack midfield or left wing. I think she's better centrally, personally, but she's very good at left wing as well. So
yeah, I just think Guro Wrighton at her best is a phenomenal footballer. And I think
Wrighton before the injury last season was one of the best wingers in the world.
Yeah, and I still think she is. That Bristol City game demonstrated superbly. I know it's Bristol City.
Kicking the ball away in defensive area as well.
Yes.
Chance now for Gotham. Ball towards the back post, slightly over here, and then able to be captured.
Bjorn there dispossessing her own penalty area.
That's the third time now Bjorn's given the ball away in the opening 4 minutes here. Slightly concerned. He didn't seem to realise she was under as much pressure as she was. But yeah, sloppy, as we would expect, to be fair, from a pre-season encounter.
Yeah.
Sloppy stuff so far from Chelsea's Swedish centre-half.
But yeah, I think the Bristol City game for Guro proved how good she is. And I know it's Bristol City, but the way she took her 4 goals was absolutely magnificent. That was single-handedly one of the best individual performances from anyone in the NWSL last season. She was absolutely brilliant. Just to score 4 goals in the game against any opposition is an incredible achievement. And that was a glimmer that we saw from Guro. But apart from that, we barely saw anything last season. We need to see more because when Guro is at her best, she is so good. Yeah. Such a good player. One of the best players in the world, Guro, and on her day. But she had way too many off days last season. Hopefully, under new management, a fresh start, Guro can really get to grips and have a really good season.
Yeah, hopefully. And then here is Guro Wrighton on the ball. Pass into Beaver Jones. Nice turn. Managed to find Canaride. Canaride now will come back towards his left-hand side. James down the line. That's going to go for Guro Wrighton. Puts the ball into the box. And that will be dealt with well by Gotham. Going to fall to Beaver Jones on the edge though. Takes a shot. It's blocked. Now that'll bounce out to Millie Bright. Thought she might have a shot, but instead Chelsea will work it round once more. Charles manages to find Captain in there. Great ball through from Cuthbert into Canaride. Round to the goalkeeper and scores. Really nice stuff from Chelsea. Gotham 0, Chelsea 1. And we were just speaking about Canaride's lack of goal contributions. Harry was slagging her off to the nth degree. And now she slots one home for Chelsea. Gotham 0, Chelsea 1. This is a fantastic ball from Erin Cuthbert. Absolutely magnificent. It just sort of spills out to Beaver Jones. She pokes it back to Cuthbert. Wonderful ball through. Goalkeeper doesn't really get the positioning right there to try and deal with the Canaride shot, and it's a fairly easy, well taken goal, but a fairly easy one for Joanna Wright and Canary bursting in behind the defenders, set herself up nicely and struck it across the goalkeeper.
Yeah, really good start for Chelsea. A well taken goal and a good start. Cuthbert, really nice piece of play. Canary, it's a good finish. Chelsea starting well here.
Millie Bright gets up to that header, going to drop for Cuthbert now. Nice turn, and Cuthbert already showing her quality in this game. We know as that steely presence, but today we're seeing that deftness around Cuthbert. We're seeing that technical ability that she possesses in abundance.
Yeah, very much so.
And kind of right in offside position. They're frustrated that ball didn't come sooner from Lucy Bronze.
Tricky to see how those two get on. We know Bronze likes to get very, very high.
Well, it's going to be an interesting one because Canaride is not someone who likes to cut inside with the ball.
No.
And obviously Bronze loves to make those overlapping runs, but if Canaride's not cutting inside, they're basically just going to clash.
Yeah.
And so I don't see tactically how that works unless Chelsea play a situational back three with Charles getting forward and Bronze sitting. But Bronze sitting is a near miracle.
Yes.
When we think about England losing that World Cup final in 2023, that goal came because Bronze got caught high because she wandered forwards.
Yeah.
That for me is the only doubt around Lucy Bronze. Brilliant player, but she's the wrong side of 30 now. And I mean, to be fair, and my other concern is that we've got 3 right backs now. We could all start in the WSL. But yeah, obviously a fantastic player. Undoubtedly a fantastic player. There's a reason she's played as part of the best team in the world for the last few years. But I do have some doubts.
Yeah.
Here's Bright.
But yeah, hopefully, for Chelsea's sake, Bronze will work out.
Hopefully, yeah.
We will see. Chelsea winning the throw. Aggie with Jones on the ball. And I mean, what a season it was for Aggie. Last campaign for Chelsea. The breakout season for the youngster.
Yeah,
a really, really solid season.
Won a WSL in every year of her career. So hopefully she can keep that going.
But yeah, the numbers she put out were brilliant. You know, I think deservedly nominated for the young Women's Young Player of the Year. You know, a really strong campaign for Beaver Jones. I really hope she can build on it.
Yeah, hopefully. It is a question. Bompastor coming in this season. Firstly, what is a good season, and what is the absolute minimum? So basically, how bad has she got to be to get sacked? Because I'm fairly confident she'll get into a second season, regardless of what happens. But how bad has she got to be for you to reconsider? And what would you be happy with as a Chelsea fan this season?
I think trophy is a minimum.
But not WSL. If we came away with just the Conti Cup and Women's FA Cup, would you be, or Women's League Cup now? Obviously, they've not. I don't think Conti is sponsoring it anymore.
I mean, it'd be tight. I think if Chelsea were in the WSL fight, then yeah, we take that. But a trophy is minimum. But the preference is
minimum.
Is yeah.
So we don't. If Chelsea came away from this season trophyless, you think Bompastor should be sacked?
Yes. Undoubtedly. Yeah, I think I could give a good go managing this Chelsea side to a trophy.
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
The Chelsea side are way too good to not win a trophy. You can't replace Emma Hayes.
We should be winning a trophy this year. I don't think that
we have to.
I don't think if we were to go trophyless though, that sacking Bompastor would necessarily be the right course of action. Because I don't see who comes in to replace it.
Well, sounds like I'm completely wrong then. This Chelsea side has to win trophies.
I think that's interesting.
I think Bompastor will realise that.
Yeah, I mean, she's come in and said she wants to build on Hayes' legacy. She's obviously going to want to claim as many trophies as possible.
Yeah.
The big golden goose is that Champions League title. Another interesting question. Would you sacrifice all 3 domestic trophies this season to win the Champions League?
No.
Really?
No.
Wow.
I don't know. That's a tough question, actually.
I love the idea of going 6 in a row, but to win a Champions League, I think for me, would be so special.
It would. That is true.
Tough question.
It is, and you think that.
And just fans in chat, feel free to give your verdict. Here do come Chelsea, Lauren James.
Is it...
Gets past
say,
Mazzani, gets fouled there.
Is sacrificing all three, does that mean sacrificing a treble or just sacrificing one of the three?
You just don't win any of them.
Okay, maybe I would do that. If it was a treble, then you can't sacrifice a treble. I don't know. It's a hard one. I need to think about it more. But yeah, no, I definitely think Bompastor realises. I mean, she's got a winning mentality anyway.
Yeah. Back now with Miller. Scotland try to rebuild in this game. Chelsea, the stronger force so far. That opening goal coming through Joanna Wright and Canna Wright. And yeah, Gotham haven't really been able to lay a glove. They've had a couple big opportunities with Bjorn giving them 3, and they're in Chelsea's penalty area. Gotham as of yet unable to take any of those.
Yeah.
Back with Miller again. I would love to see WSL sides against NWSL sides in competitive fixtures, because I don't think you can judge from these. But every time we watch, like we saw Arsenal against Washington Spirit on Sunday, and it was a bit of a messy game, but Arsenal did win it. We're seeing tonight Chelsea looking the better side in the opening phases here. I'd like to see a competitive fixture so we could get an actual gauge on how good NWSL sides are up against the big European teams. For me, bringing in a proper, or I don't even think there is one, so a Club World Cup in the women's game is paramount. I think if we were looking at the Olympics becoming a U23 tournament, bring in the Club World Cup.
Yeah. Definitely an argument to add there.
I think you do huge numbers.
Yeah.
And Beaver Jones, they're unable to keep that within her grasp. And now Carter back to Miller. I think that's the biggest thing at the moment, is how do you get more revenue for women's football clubs?
Yeah.
And I think a big tournament like that, especially if like the US, obviously you change host every year, but US hosting it would be huge.
Yeah.
Here comes Chelsea. Canaride plays it through to Beaver Jones. Back to Canaride. Should score. Does score. Gotham 0. Chelsea 2. It's a second for Canaride, who looks to be the sharpest as we kick off the Bompastor reign of hopeful dominance on English football, on all of European football. Canaride with a brace already. Lovely football. Lovely exchange of passes here. It all came from that intercepted pass from Canaride. She teed up Beaver Jones down the right-hand side, who just waited, cut it back to Canaride, slots it past Miller, effortlessly. Brilliant stuff from Canaride so far. Gotham doesn't look encouraging so far.
Yeah, really good start from Chelsea, really good start from Canaride, good play again, lovely 1-2, Beaver Jones. And another good finish for the winger. Canaride starting pre-season with a bang.
Hopefully we can see this form translate into the WSL campaign. Can Sonia Bompastor be the one to finally sort of bring Canaride's full potential out? I think she was such a highly touted young player. Yes, she's a fantastic footballer, but I still think there's more there to be found with a top manager. And I think Bompastor could be the one to get out of her.
Maybe so.
Justin Williams says, goodness. Yeah, indeed. Gotham would not have been expecting this start. Chelsea, very much the better side so far. Obviously, it must be said as well, Chelsea running a full-strength lineup tonight, bar probably Viker captain. But still, I think Gotham would have wanted to put on more of a fight than they have already. And if it keeps up like this, it's going to look comprehensive for Chelsea.
Yeah, very much so.
Alex Sinclair went to the stream saying, hi everyone, good to see you, Alex. Thanks for tuning in at this late hour. Charles there does well, and that physical confrontation does see Ryan off the field. Yeah. I'm not sure who have cut in the stands, but they're having a good time. Oh, I can see Emily Sonnet
I think that is the American lot.
The American lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Cuthbert down here. That's a aggressive challenge there, and physio will be waved on. And this is slightly concerning, as there seems to be some discomfort in that upper leg. I mean, we do always worry with these. If it's anywhere near the knee. We'll see the contact. Oh, just seems to get trapped under there. She goes in for a tackle. Hopefully, nothing serious for Aaron Cuthbert.
Yeah. Very much so.
Yeah, physio's still attending to her. The absolute warrior that is Aaron Cuthbert.
Let's say, I don't know if I've seen her on the floor, Indians.
I'm up. The coach of Gotham with a lot to say after this start.
Yeah, hopefully she's right.
Manager, of course, one Carlos Amaros. Only joined in January of last year. Won it in his first year. Won the NWSL. Before then was at Houston Dash. Before then at Real Betis.
Nice. Cuthbert's still down.
He has a 52% win percentage with Gotham, and since joining last January has won the NWSL last season and the Women's Cup as well in the States. So yeah, lots of success for him and Gotham recently. So was Carter playing left back, by the way?
I don't know. He said she was, but that got him wrong.
I think it was Bernino, wasn't it? Bernino. Based on the way that left-hand side's been opened up so far, you like to hope it's not Carter. And well, this is not encouraging at all. Cuthbert hobbling off in some discomfort. Now, what I will with the really positive sign is that she's not being stretched off. She's not being carried off or anything like that.
Yeah.
So she has still got some movement, but with the WSL season a month away, we do not want to see this. And obviously Chelsea will be forced into an early change here.
It's going to be an early introduction for one of the Chelsea midfielders.
You have to assume it's either Sonia Bompastor or Lexi Potter, right?
I mean, Nuskin's only just got back, so I'd be surprised if it wasn't Nuskin.
Is she on the bench tonight?
I don't know.
Let's have a look. Gotham coming forwards now, trying to bring this game level again. And yeah, in a lot of discomfort is Aaron Cuthbert. Yeah, for the bench tonight, there is no... no Shocker Nuskin. So it would be Sophie Ingle as an option or Lexi Potter. Other than that, I'm not sure where Burnaby plays. Is she a midfielder?
Try to think now.
Or Wardlaw. But yeah, Cox obviously a goalkeeper, Lawrence defence, Watson a winger. And well, Freeman trying to come forwards. There is what I can only describe as rugby tackled by Maitane.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll find out soon who will replace Aaron Cuthbert. Alpha Rail Sports says Chelsea 3-1. Is that a prediction? Fair enough. We forgot to do predictions before today.
We did.
But yeah, too much to talk about in the build-up. Alex says, I thought things were going well, but injury to Cuthbert would be a nightmare. Yeah,
Ingle.
very true. Sophie Ingle coming on. This is why I hate playing games in the US.
Yeah.
The pitches are terrible. There's so many injuries from pre-season playing out in the US. Frustrating. Hopefully nothing serious for Aaron Cuthbert.
Yeah.
Well, Lauren Jones getting lumps kicked out of her there by Zabroni. There is Hampton. Now Bright. Back to Hampton. Bjorn. Here is Ingle, back to Bjorn. Now Hampton. Tries to drill that pass out wide and does find Canaride. Had a forward option on to Bronze, that opts against it. Captain to Bright, now Bjorn. And that's a ball from Charles in behind and something for Guro Wrighton to give chase to. Wrighton will get there. Holds it up, looking for some teammates in support, puts the ball in. That's cleared away. It does seem to be Carter at left centre half, by the way, so she would have been on the side of the goals. Charles tries to play it through to Guro Wrighton. Wrighton will just about get there and keep it in play. Goes back to Charles. Captain into Ingle. Ingle, lovely little pass into Natalie Bjorn. Now Bright. Beaver Jones. Bronze. Wants to try and carry it forwards. Can't. Here's Ingle. So intriguingly, it looks like Lucy Bronze is inverting. Now that is interesting.
Yeah. Unusual.
Now whether it's an inverted defensive role, whether that would be an inverted into midfield type role, that'd be an interesting tactical thing to see from Sonia Bompastor. Interesting to explore potentially. Captain, that's cut out, and now here come Gotham. I'm going to pass back now to Miller. Gotham try and reset. Yeah. Lovely ball forwards. Charles pounces on it. Here's Wrighton. Captain Ingle tries to feed it through. Well dealt with though. And now Gotham trying to bring it forwards are forced backwards. Miller. And Chelsea pressing up against this Gotham side. Charles wins the ball back well there. That's a bit of a road challenge from Captain. Doesn't catch the player or the ball though. So nothing wrong with it. Bjorn. Now Bright. Here's Wrighton. Can't quite pick out a pass. And a ball forwards. Interception from Bjorn. Here come Gotham. Ball lifted in. Bright with a solid header. Now Bronze flicks it up in the air. Canaride. Lucy Bronze. Smashes the ball forwards out of play. There, that does Hannah Hampton.
No nonsense.
Indeed. So a long throw now from Gotham. Can they make something happen? A flick on. Bright deals. Bronze now hooks it away. And here's Lauren James. Executed that ball in behind brilliantly. Does Canaride. Beaver Jones bearing in on goal. Looking for a third. And it's there. Gotham 0. Chelsea 3. Wonderful breakaway from Chelsea. And that extends their advantage here against the reigning NWSL champions. The WSL champions have come to party, come to play, and well, they're certainly showing Gotham the Chelsea way. This is brilliant football. James holds it up well. That's a fantastic ball from Joanna Wrighton-Canaride, who's having one hell of a game out here in the USA. And then Beaver Jones able to poke it past the goalkeeper. Great running behind, bearing it on goal. And it's a well-taken finish. The keeper getting question marks whether she may have been able to save that one, but ultimately that won't matter now. Carter chasing her down and able to stop her as well as she watches her former side slot a third past her current team.
Good stuff.
So Gotham, again, have to try and bounce back now. It's 26 minutes, not exactly the pre-season match that they would have hoped for.
No.
Especially with their season obviously continuing in a week's time, less than that in actual fact. This is not the sort of result Gotham would have wanted.
No, not at all. It's not ideal to prepare when you have such something between you when you I forgot where it was now.
Good point. Gotham in possession again. Miller. Here's Jess Carter, tries to play it out wide and can't. Panina. Carter. Now to Miller. Mantene. Try and play a ball forwards there. Chance as well, just to poke it out of play. But yeah, this is a really encouraging start for life under Bompastor. They got to Baltimore on the bench. Of course, a new addition at Kingsmeadow that season.
Good player.
Ingle tries to poke it forward. Well, she had a difficult Olympics, I think. We saw glimpses of what she can do for France.
So
That's true. Just that final third just didn't look potent. But I'm sure that's something that will be remedied under Sonia Bompastor at Chelsea.
Hell of a place to do it.
Indeed. Here's Jess Carter. Bruninia. Trying to bring it forward. One back by Joanna Wright in Canaride here. Holding on to it well. Now out for a throw. And they'll try to come forward. See Gotham. Can they pick out somebody in the box? Bruninia. That doesn't quite come off. It's one back by Lucy Bronze. And wriggling around the box. That's a bit clumsy in there from Captain. And that will be a free kick for Gotham. And a chance now to put the ball into the box. Try and make something happen. Gary says, "You're right, boys. Harry looks like he just got back from spending the entire weekend at the pub." Is that true?
No.
Alex says, "We're looking really sharp. Doesn't look like the first pre-season game." I have to agree with you there. Yeah, we've looked very good. Obviously, we're probably the side that have had the least players as well at the Olympics of all the big teams. So, you look at those Olympic side and go, well, obviously they've been at the Olympics. They've been playing football recently. Obviously, with our English contingent, and that's a goal for Gotham. They loop it towards the back post. Chelsea switch off a little bit there, and Jess Carter gets on against a former side. Who else but Jess Carter in a game like this?
Wow.
A free kick looped in towards the back post. Carter pokes it home. Gotham take Chelsea back now. Gotham 1, Chelsea 3. Gary asks, who is Hayes' replacement? Here's Sonia Bompastor. She managed Lyon before this, out in France. She's a winner of the NWSL, the Women's Champions League, as both a player and manager. And has very much a proven track record of success behind her. Arguably the best possible replacement for Emma Hayes. Well, Chelsea have looked very good so far. As if we say that, of course, they concede. But
yeah, it's a strange one. It's just a silly, one to give away for Chelsea, and there's another silly pass in there from Hampton, and Gotham are going to come forward again.
One back cleanly this time though by Sophie Ingle. I'm not sure what she's tried to do there to play out. Finds Lucy Bronze, does really well actually to hold on to that ball. Is Bruninia unable to keep that in play?
Yeah, Ingles put Bronze under unnecessary pressure there. Didn't need to do that.
Yeah. Very true. Yeah, great little ball in. Should have been dealt with in the air. Nobody's marking Carter at the back post, and it was not the most convincing finish of all time. I'm not sure who she's pointing at in the crowd.
I don't know, but she refused to celebrate, and I like that.
Well, I'm not sure that is refusing to celebrate.
No, you should in her face.
Okay. Right, Bjorn.
Chelsea won't be happy with that, but they did well to take a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, switching off at that set piece there. And as Alex says, of course, Carter scores indeed. Who else was it going to be against her former side but Jess Carter? Ingle tries to play it back. Here's Brony. Looking for an option now, tries to play it through the lines. Does so effectively. Hampton out well. Really good stop, and there's an offside call in there against the Gotham striker anyway.
Chance Chelsea to send it long.
I was going to say, that's a messy one there from Gotham. Well, you'd like to think we'll play out.
True.
We've shown a commitment to playing out from the back. That would be very typical of a Sonia Bompastor system.
Yeah, it would. I think Hampton's asking who they have to pass to.
Bjorn James, that's a poor one, and here come Gotham. An option not on as James then nudged the player off the ball. That looked like just physicality for the Gotham player hitting the deck. I think it was Ryan in there trying to come forwards.
Not enough in that.
Not much in that. James is just stronger there. And Ryan hits the deck. Does win a free kick note for Gotham.
Chance sent to get their second.
James has definitely dyed her hair, hasn't she?
Yeah, like to.
Just noticing that. Making sure I wasn't going mental. Hampton there sorting out her wall. I really don't like the badge on new kits either. I'm just noticing that. Especially on that goalkeeper one, it being blue just looks weird. And the orange one on the home isn't great, but home goalkeeper jersey definitely worse. For the badge, Ryan steps up, good free kick, great save from Hannah Hampton. It's what we're accustomed to at this point from Hannah Hampton, but she does really well there to tip that over the bar. No bother for a goalkeeper of her quality. Fantastic save.
Yeah, good free kick, good save. Could have been a bit more towards the corner, but equally, there's a good start from Hampton. She's done well there.
Ryan delivers that ball in towards the back post. Carter tries to keep it alive, but we headed away now by Lucy Bronze, and then Canaride flicks it on. Bruninia. But Canaride wins it back, and she'll try to drive it forwards. One back again by Bruninia. And then, well, it's a messy affair, but Bronze is the one who smashes it clear. And it's back now with the Gotham backline, Mattiane. Or Mitane, sorry. Puts it back forwards. Bright is going to win that in the air. Flicked on well by Ingle. James heads it down to an opposition player, though. Does well there. Stengel to shake one player off the ball now, trying to make something happen. One back by Canaride. Here's Bronze. Now it's back to Hannah Hampton. She's going to drill that forwards, looking for Viva Jones. Viva Jones gets the flick on, and Gura will give a tentative chase. But nothing serious as Carter gets across there easily and gets the ball.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Guys, I'm not sure if it's the case in England, but this match is free to stream on YouTube here in Hong Kong. Nice bit of football to go along with my brekkie. When does the WSL start? Yeah, it is. This game is available free everywhere. Obviously, WSL games this season will be free 4 per game week. There'll still be 2 that are not free. So, yeah, that's something. And we don't really know what's happening in UWSL games. So, a lot of women's football still available for free, which is fantastic to see. I think all the NWSL games, or at least a handful, are available for free on DAZN's YouTube channel as well. So, yes, it's good to see access to those games for free. Gary saying, when does the WSL start? That is the 20th of September, Aston Villa versus Chelsea. That is one of the games that isn't on YouTube. I think it's still free in the UK, though, as it's on BBC. So, yeah, that's not far away now at all. We're only a month away from that getting underway, which I am very, very excited for.
Yes, should be a very good season. It won.
Really selling it.
Yeah, but no, it's going to be. I think it's going to be a tight one for Chelsea. I don't think it's going to be plain sailing as I've had it.
Yeah, and of course, remember this Sunday, Arsenal versus Chelsea, a 9 o'clock kickoff here in the UK. Slightly more normal time than, well, it's currently 1:45 as we're having a drinks break. So yeah, do join us this Sunday. It's our first chance to get to see two WSL sides against each other. It's a shame we don't have a Community Shield type thing.
Yeah.
Chance to get to watch Manchester United versus Chelsea.
Yeah, we would. Guess it'd just be a repeat of what we already see.
Obviously, they did do it one year. They did do the Community Shield in 2020, I believe. They did a dual event, so it was like Chelsea Man City in the morning, and then it's the men's game in the afternoon, which is a bit weird. I just have it as a separate time, but yeah, I definitely think that's something that could be explored. Chance to get another game in there. Harry's sinking now. But yeah, is that your plan? If you just go lower and lower until you're right next to your head, you could just fall asleep.
I'm alright.
Okay.
Not done too badly.
Really?
Mm.
That's good. It's a relief to know. Bronze back now to goalkeeper Hannah Hampton. Captain is okay to continue, which is good to see. And Chelsea will build up once more. Bjorn sends it along, cut out by Carter. Stengel without forward option. Now it's with Bruninia. That's one back in there well by Ingle. Bright to Bronze. Bronze into James. Round the corner to Ingle. Back into Lauren James. Well, James now will flat across to Natalie Bjorn. Bjorn again tries to play it forwards. It's won well. Held on to well. Brilliantly actually by Eva James, and she smashed it into Lauren James, and it's out for a corner. Great stuff from Eva, just smashes it into Lauren James at point blank range.
Very random. Not sure why she's done that. Given I need opportunity to Gotham. They're only a goal away from getting back in this game.
Indeed. So Ryan over this then. Ball in towards the back post. Carter heads it up in the air, and Hampton holds on to that well. Bjorn. Charles tries to find James, who jumps over that, and Canaride will try and hold on to it now. Since Canaride and Wrighton have switched sides, which is an interesting experiment. And then James has not really bothered for that one. She definitely could have got to that pass from Canaride, just jogged away from it instead.
Yeah.
There they go out for a Gotham throw. Yeah, Carter's shirt practically see-through this way, so drenched in sweat.
It's a hot one.
Indeed it is. Canaride fighting away for it. That'll be smashed out of play.
5 to go to half time. Is there a half time show?
I hope so. That'd be good. Justin Williams says, I'm half watching because of work. That's just Carter playing against Chelsea. I forgot about that move. Yeah. Indeed. Joining Ann-Katrine Berger. Which, of course, makes logical sense.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I don't think it's a huge loss for Chelsea this summer, Jess Carter. We spoke about it briefly earlier, and I do still think that a centre-half might be needed, especially with Brighton, Buchanan and indeed Aniek Nguyen all having their contracts expire at the end of the season. Now, obviously, there may be some renewals there, and if you renew all three, you've certainly got 4 senior centre-halves plus Aspin. That's 5. That'll be fine. But I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea looked for a proper world-class option at the back. Here's Sophie Ingle. And that's a shot there, more of a speculative effort from Zerboni than anything else. But a save, a chance to get hands on the ball there for Hannah Hampton. Another pass there, cut out Chelsea, triangled out from the back, and that was smashed away by Natalie Bjork.
Struggled to play out in the last cut away.
There's been a few of those little sloppy passes and stuff, just conceding possession in deep areas for no real reason. Luckily, not really been punished by Gotham, but be a slight cause of concern, I think, for Bompastor. Obviously, first game of pre-season, there will be mistakes. They will be ironed out throughout this pre-season, but yeah, slight concern. Meitane brought down, that will be flagged as a free kick a little bit late, but it will eventually be given as a free kick. Her and James battling for possession. James deemed to have gone over that line there. And a little too overzealous to regain the ball.
Just a tad. Good defending.
Yeah, good start from Cannon right there to win it back. Will look to burst up the line now. Tries to come inside. Tries to find James. She doesn't quite get there. Zaboni driving forwards. Done really well there. Zaboni. And then, well, no one is able to hit this ball off her until she is fouled by Natalie Bjork. What a messy little moment that was there. Zaboni allowed just to sort of drive through Chelsea's team.
Yeah, smart.
Strange one.
Very, very smart. Not too much in it, really. Yeah, it's a very soft one.
Alex says it's weird. This has been a half of 2 halves. We were completely in control at the start. Yeah, very true. We've let our foot off the gas a little in this second phase of that first half, as you say, but yeah, it is pre-season after all. The tank isn't going to be full. But yeah, definitely looked good in this game. A free kick from Ryan does go over the bar and out for a Chelsea goal kick. Justin says James going a little hard. Yeah, she does tend to do that. If she loses the ball, she gets that frustration. You often see it.
Yeah.
In those big games, it's the one element of her play I think that can let her down at times. I think her passion and her aggression, devotion, and that desire can be a really useful quality for James. I think it means that, sometimes she doesn't give up on things that other players do, but I do think her attitude at times is rightfully criticised and questioned. 4 minutes of additional time, by the way, in this first half. Gareth just hasn't stomped anyone yet. And I do think things like that are, obviously not a great testament of character, but I hope things like that are behind her now. That was World Cup 23. We have had a whole season of football there where, yes, there was a couple weird moments, but nothing like that. Nothing to that great extent or to such media scrutiny. Out for a Chelsea throw now. Gary says jet lag starting to hit Chelsea ladies. They'll be looking like Harry in the second half. They'll need to open their eyes a little. Navedi says Lauren is our best player on a day. However, her off the ball play has to improve. She looks disinterested at times. I completely agree. I think that she is one of those. She's like Lionel Messi in the sense that she can look like she's nothing for 90 minutes, and then she gets the ball Just past 3 players, so it's a top corner, and we're reminded of how brilliant she was. Same as Eden Hazard. I think the comparisons are there as well.
Yeah.
A pretty lazy player, I think, is probably the best way to say it. Out of possession, she doesn't press very aggressively. She doesn't, go and try and win that ball back. But unless it's a foul, and she's just getting frustrated. But she does come up with absolutely magical moments for Chelsea. Here's Beaver Jones. Now Ingle, and she is one of those players who's an absolute game changer, who can make the difference in those moments. I think if you can unlock that side of Lauren James, you have a brilliant player. You just need to do that without, getting that attitude, getting that frustration. That is a foul from Emily Bright. I think she'll pick up a card as well for good measure.
See you, I'm from Bright.
Yeah, with Gotham trying to come forwards, she realised she was the wrong side of her player there and just pulls the shirt down.
Yeah, first card of the game. 30 seconds to go.
Really encouraging stuff though from Chelsea when you consider obviously Myra Ramirez not involved today, Sioka Nuska not involved today. I think it's a positive sign.
Definitely.
Ingle.
Definitely.
However, obviously Beaver Jones has been phenomenal today. Is there a chance for Beaver Jones to really cement herself as a starter for Chelsea?
It's hard. The competition is so hard. Apart from James, I don't think any of the other 4 are now on starters every week.
No, and obviously I think there will be a rotation. But I don't know. I think it's very difficult to argue against Beaver Jones being one of those key starters. She has been so good for Chelsea. She doesn't have that big name or prestige because she's young and she's not had loads of years at the top. But last season she was excellent. She's looked really good in today's game. I hope we see more of that.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think there's any concern about Kerr being out until probably January.
Yeah. Exactly that.
We've got Myra Ramirez now. What a fantastic signing that was, and what a brilliant player she's been. And I think with Beaver Jones, obviously, as that backup option, with Macario and James both being able to play there to a high standard, with Fischel and obviously Kerr returning, I think Chelsea have got a decently started in that position. Obviously, Abdelera, I can't remember her name now, from Paris FC, but that's another great option. We should be fast approaching half-time. In fact, we have hit half-time. The referee whistle has sounded. And that is half-time here in the USA. Gotham 1, Chelsea 3. A really comfortable first half. 2 goals for Joanna Rising-Hand and a goal from Beaver Jones. Saw them race into a 3-0 lead. They were paid back by a strike from a corner, from a set piece from Carter. But ultimately, a good first half, Chelsea lead by 3-1.
Yeah. A very decent first half. Both sides did alright, to be fair. I think Gotham came to the game as it went on, but Chelsea definitely looking promising with the first 45 minutes under Bompastor, and I mean, yeah, it's good sign. As much as a friendly to score 3 goals in 20 odd minutes when you in your first game, your new manager, it's very good stuff.
Yeah, definitely. If you don't mind, I'm going to go take a moment. I'll leave you to give your thoughts on that first half. But yeah, good stuff from Chelsea so far.
Yeah, I've
Do get your thoughts in the live chat as well, by the way.
Yeah, I've been impressed by Chelsea. I think they've actually looked more comfortable than I thought they would. And I think that perhaps Gotham haven't bought the same fight we thought they would. And Chelsea have really delivered, and it's good to see. Under Bompastor, maybe felt that it would be slow to get started, but definitely wasn't. Yeah, really good stuff from Chelsea. I think Bompastor will be very happy with what she has seen in the first in the first 45. And yeah, it's all about building on that for Chelsea. It's all about using that performance and finding a second gear and to keep going, to keep battling, because Chelsea did very well to take the 3 goals, and then it kind of felt like after that perhaps it tailored away a little bit, and you can't afford that in a game of football, no matter what kind of format it is. And Gotham managed to advantage that. They got a goal, they got back into the game, but again after a bit of a period of Chelsea, I don't want to say dominance, but it was pretty convincing from Chelsea. They played very, very well, and they'll be hoping that they can do the same in the second half. Perhaps shore themselves up a bit more defensively, and I hope that Leon will. They're already quite tucked out of the way anyway. But yes, I think this will be very, very good to see where this second half goes for both sides. I think realistically the result doesn't matter. It does look like it is going to go Chelsea's way at this moment in time, but you know, it's all about them. It's all about the pre-season for Gotham. Realistically, their focus is on this weekend and the remainder of the NWSL. For Chelsea, I mean, they've got focus left, right, and centre. So they'll be hoping to use the performance to build on that. But yeah, overall, quite impressive. Quite impressive from Chelsea. Gotham's got to get back in the game, and a testament to them. I think that was quite good. The way they, for the first few moments, they were they really struggled to get going, and Chelsea took advantage of that. But once it got going, Chelsea were Chelsea were all over it. And then that's why Chelsea lead by such a margin at half time, because they were on it and they did score when they needed to, and I was impressed by Chelsea overall across the first 45 minutes. I think I was impressed, but yeah, we'll see where it goes in the second half. Should be the same kind of similar outcome. Hopefully. Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Good chat.
Yeah, good chat.
Well, that is excellent to hear. Guys, there's any exciting signings for Chelsea women this off-season? Well, of course, we have got Lucy Bronze joining from Barcelona, the England right back. That's an interesting one. For me, I have some reservations, but I think she's an excellent player. With obviously fantastic experience of winning NWSLs and the like. So obviously, I've also signed Sandy Baltimore, joining from PSG. She is kind of capable of playing either wing, though we expect her to play more on the left-hand side, which could be obviously big competition to Gura Wrighton, who is a favourite amongst Chelsea fans, but definitely saw her performances dip last season. She picked up an injury, an ACL injury. No, not an ACL, an ankle injury at the start of last season. She missed the first few matches. She didn't really look herself, so big competition in that position. Other than that, Julia Bartel joined on a free from Barcelona, who is another option in defensive midfield, which is useful with Melanie Leopold leaving to join Real Madrid. We have seen Abdelera come in from Paris FC. She can play up front. She has been loaned back to Paris FC this season. And then Jean-Francois coming in from PSG, another free transfer, I believe. She can play defensive midfield. She has had a long-term injury, though, so I don't think we're going to see her for a while. But that could be a really interesting signing. I'm trying to think if there are any others that I have missed out there. I don't think I've missed any. But yeah, busy summer for Chelsea so far. Probably, though, No, well, not quite as good as Arsenal summer has been. Rosa Gafai looked absolutely phenomenal for Arsenal last night, and obviously they've added Mariona Caldente, who is a proven winner with Barcelona, who's a fantastic footballer, so that's a really nice addition. So Arsenal probably made the biggest moves so far, and obviously Daphne Van Domstar as well, a really solid set of a pair of hands in between the sticks. I think that's a huge upgrade on Manuela Zinsberger, so yeah, good stuff, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see whether that will close the gap between Arsenal and then Chelsea and Man City. Obviously, City, not the most active summer in terms of big ceiling raisers, but they have improved the floor of the squad. They added Ariza Shimizu coming in from West Ham. They signed Ayoba Fujino, who signs from Japan. They got Ayoba Yamashita, I think is her... I can't remember her first name now, but Yamashita, the Japanese goalkeeper. So they've signed a lot of Japanese players. There's 3 there. They also signed, obviously, Vivian Miedemar from Arsenal. That's a huge signing and a big loss for Arsenal, but we'll be interested to see how she performs. And I think there's someone else at Man City that I may be forgetting. But other than that, yeah, it's been a busy window so far for all the top 3 clubs. The team that probably needed the busiest window, Manchester United, probably have had the worst window. They've lost their captain and defensive midfielder Katie Zellum and haven't replaced her. They lost their goalkeeper in Mary Earps and haven't replaced her. And now, obviously, they're now looking at Lisa Kopp, and some people are saying they want to see, I forget the name of the goalkeeper they have. I think Paffold? Might be miles off there. But there is a goalkeeper, I'm going to have to Google it now. There is a goalkeeper at Manchester United who I know a few people want to see start. Fallon, that's it. It wasn't too far off. Fallon Tullis Joyce. We're interested to see if she does indeed start for United, or whether they do look at someone like Lisa Kopp. But yeah, lots of business so far in the WSL. Oh, here we go, says Justin Waff, just waffling on or ranting on. I hope that wasn't too bad for it. But yeah, it's been a busy window in the WSL. It's been interesting to see. But as I say, United, they've signed Ellie Taylor, and that's a really good sign. They needed a striker for a while. They signed Dominique Janssen. She's an excellent centre half. That gives them really nice options there, and I think we may see Letizia used at right back this season to accommodate Turner and Janssen. I also wouldn't be surprised to see Millie Turner drop out the side, despite there being a lot of love for her in that United, amongst United fans. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very interesting season. I think it's going to be very tight between the top 3. It's very tight with that race for European football. Obviously, this season we do expect to see 4 places with the Europa. Well, we will see 4 places with the Europa League coming into the fray. So that's really exciting to see. The Women's Europa League starting in 2025. I'm not sure whether we'll get 1 or 2 places, but either way, that is exciting times. And I think we'll see Tottenham, United, Liverpool, maybe Aston Villa fighting out for that Europa League, potentially multiple Europa League places. The relegation fight this season will be really interesting. I don't think Crystal Palace are guaranteed to go down in the same way that Bristol City were. So it's going to be interesting to see if they do manage to stay up, who does go down. Because between Leicester, Everton, Brighton, I'm trying to think if I should throw down there, West Ham, maybe. And then there's got to be one more team in the league that I've forgotten. But I can't remember. But yeah, so there is going to be a really interesting relegation fight in WSL this season. I think a lot of competition. It's going to be a fascinating season to see. But yeah, I'm very excited for it. Very excited. I'm going to have a look now who that other WSL club is that I've managed to forget. It is, of course... Okay, well, I think I've read all these out, so I'm not sure. Oh, I included Aston Villa, didn't I, in that top fight? In that fight for European football. So yeah, maybe they won't go down. So yeah, probably about 6 teams in that top fight, 6 teams in the bottom fight. Well, 5 teams to 7, depending on where you view Aston Villa. Justin says, I really think without Zellum, United will be better in attack minus free kicks. I think it's going to be interesting. I definitely think it gives them that balance in midfield is going to be interesting, because obviously in there you have Ella Toon, who is a brilliant attacking player, brilliant playmaking attacking midfielder. So she obviously she's phenomenal. Nelson, I think, is still a very good player. I just worry about that defensive nature. I already think they're a little bit too open. Now, we did talk earlier in the summer about could we see Letizia in a defensive midfield role. That for me would be a really interesting prospect, because she's a very good player. And actually, United are set up quite nicely to be able to play a situational back three, and Letizia play some sort of libero type role. So maybe we'll see something like that, which could work. I mean, Letizia is very good on the ball, so that's something that could work. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I still think, that I've got some doubts about their attacking options. I really like Ellie Turlin though, so that's a nice signing. But yeah, will be fascinating to see what happens this season. Yeah, it shouldn't be long now until we have that second 45. Hopefully it's a good one. But yeah, Harry is returning. Welcome back, Harry. Are you excited?
Yes.
That's fantastic. Oh yeah, I've also got a Kit Kat to try and keep the energy up in this show. Anything else you want to touch on before the second half?
Yeah, I just think that GOTHAM season it's going to be a good one.
Hopefully.
I think it'd be nice hopefully if Arsenal can hold in there, that we have three teams fighting right until the end, and we maybe United as well in there.
I was going to say, did you see a surprise push from United, Liverpool, Tottenham in that title fight? No,
I don't think they're good enough realistically. I think, City, Chelsea, Arsenal are on a different level at the moment, Arsenal seem to have made the signings to close that gap. That's Sandy Baltimore. She's coming on for Chelsea.
Hopefully coming on, yeah. I mean, obviously we expect to see a lot of changes in the second half. Expect to see a lot of players given opportunities. With United though, they were second obviously in the season before last. Last season, disappointing campaign, dropping down to 5th in the table in the end. Liverpool picked them, didn't they, on the final day. The big difference between those two campaigns was the loss, obviously, of Alessia Russo. Do you think Turlin replaces that? And in which case, could United be back where they were a couple of years ago? Or is that an equally big loss that they haven't really lost yet?
It's just a tough one. Because United seem to be bleeding more than they're, patching up. And that's a big problem.
I like that phrase. You just make that your catchphrase.
I am now.
Gonna go around telling people you're bleeding more than you're patching up, mate.
Yeah, and they're not got a clue on what I'm about.
Very good, but yes. Second half about to get underway here. Baltimore coming on for Chelsea. I'll be interested if there's any other changes for either side. But yeah, this is an exciting addition. Sandy Baltimore, I spoke about it briefly there. But this is the sort of signing Chelsea needs. Some real quality, some real proven talent in a wide area.
Yeah.
Someone to challenge Guro Wrighton. Because Wrighton's level now. Before, Wrighton could keep going knowing she's always going to be given that starting berth. Mainly because Emma Hayes absolutely loves her, understandably.
Yeah.
But also because there wasn't really competition in that role. Obviously, James can play on that left flank, but with only Nusken and James playing attacking midfield, and with James being brilliant in attacking midfield, it's weird to take her out of that position. So, I think a bit of competition with Sandy Baltimore coming in is not a bad thing. It's going to have to spur Guro on. If not, we'll have Baltimore playing. And Baltimore's a very good player. So,
100%.
Yeah, either way, it's a win-win. Big competition. And Guro has to step it up this season.
Yeah, and we want to see her step it up because we know how good she can be when she does step it up. And that is the thing for Chelsea that against all those other clubs, is that if every single thing clicks, if every single player gets it right, then they definitely could be quite clear. Also, Gotham have changed kit at half time, which is interesting.
Have they?
Yeah.
It's a different kit.
Yeah, it's white.
That's white the first half.
No, it's blue.
No, it wasn't.
I thought it was light blue with... They reversed the colours, no?
Well, I'll have a look. I don't think they have.
Chelsea made a load of changes as well.
That's Baltimore, Hamano, Lawrence. That was definitely the same kit they were wearing before. They might have changed into different shirts.
Oh yeah, that looks like a different colour.
But it's the second half gets underway here. Ball back to Carter. Oh, we've got a lot of changes to try and make sense of. That looks to me like Lexi Potter in the middle of the park for Chelsea. I hope it is. Now that I've said it. But yeah, so a change in the three behind Beaver Jones. We've got Lawrence on the right flank. Now, this does point towards Lawrence playing as a right winger this season, which obviously has been something we've discussed with the addition of Lucy Bronze. Because they do have Emma Parasay, who's also on at right back now. So, yeah, many changes now. And Parasay does play that in behind.
So Lawrence is on the wing.
Bronze can't put it out of play, and now she's down in some discomfort. We've seen Lawrence play on the wing a bit before.
Yeah.
Do you think that'll be her role this season as a backup right winger to Cannon Ride, with Beaver Jones potentially playing more up front than on the right flank?
Potentially, yeah. Something Bompastor could be thinking about.
I want to see every change that Chelsea have made.
Yes.
Trying to work them all out. So we're seeing Paris, Sarah Nakamano, so I think Lexi Potter's on. Baltimore, Lawrence.
I think that's it. Parasay, is Parasay left back then? Because Bronze is also on. Oh, now I'm really confused.
Bronze is right centre half.
Okay.
We've got 3 right backs on the pitch.
That's cool.
This is the Bompastor masterclass. This is
That's
how we
right
win
back.
the UWCL. We play 3 right backs and fox the opposition. Parasay tries to put the ball in, it's blocked. Hold up within there by Jess Carter. Bronze trying to keep that in play. Can't, that will be out for a Gotham throw. Justin saying, what is Lawrence doing up there? Question mark, question mark. We did see her play an advanced role a bit last season. Not a whole lot, but there was a bit. So it's not a totally foreign concept. But it's interesting.
No,
That is definitely Lexi Potter, isn't it, in the middle of the park?
I can't work out.
Oh, right, isn't it? Still captain.
Yeah.
18, I thought it was 38.
Ingle, that's not a very good pass.
But Giles assertive there in regaining possession. Now Bright, Giles. Tries to play in behind, doesn't quite come off.
Yeah, keep working away if Chelsea's going to come.
And again, Gotham will look to build out from the back. One back in there by Neve Charles. Charles under pressure, will try to go down the line. Finds Sandy Baltimore. Baltimore tries to poke it forwards but can't. Hermano puts the pressure on. And it's across now to the left back as they'll come down this left hand side. But yeah, a lot of the thing for Gotham is that I don't think this is a fair. By the way, Ether Gonzalez on up front as well, so that's a nice improvement. But I don't think this is a fair comparison of the two sides because obviously you've got there's goalkeeper as well, Michelle Betos coming in for Cassie Miller. Lots going on. Because obviously no Jenna Nicewong in today's side, no Rose Lavelle, no Emily Sonnet. It's a lot of players. And obviously, they've just had Jessica Silva, which is a fantastic signing. So yeah, a lot of players have got them not available. Again, it's why I want to see competitive fixtures between WSL and NWSL sides in some capacity. Hopefully, a Club World Cup. But yeah, love to see how they stack up when full strength sides, locking horns, going head to head. What will the score be?
Yeah, it's just an interesting question.
Because I don't think you can answer it in pre-season friendlies.
No.
We'll put it through to Gonzalez, isn't going to quite come off. And Hampton will come and claim it. That's not Hampton. Zakira Musovic will come and claim it.
Yeah, quite a lot of changes for Chelsea. Good to see mixing up and variety.
One centre half is an interesting one.
Well, if that's out, she wants to play, let her play.
Well, I have doubts about her tendency just to sort of drift out off if she's playing centre half. So yeah, Hermano on for Lauren James. Nice. I like making Hermano. I think she could have a big season. Hope she does. Here's Baltimore. Can she burst into life this game? Tries to play it down the line. And not quite on the same wavelength there is forgot her name now. Captain. Micah Captain, I believe. Or Waker Captain. Here come Gotham. Carter. Back now to goalkeeper Belos. Trying to build out from the back. Good ball towards Esther Gonzalez. It's an initial good bit of a contact from right to force her backwards, but she will keep going and now does play it out wide. Ball down the line. Nice football. Here come Gotham. Lifted over the top of Parise. Bronze will cover across well and wins it back. Parise. Tries to go down the line and it's one high. And here come Gotham. One back again though, Lawrence. Ball down the line. Will it come off? Not quite as... Well, Beaver Jones tries to get across there and win the ball back. Ends up knocking out of play for a throw. Ball across and a bit of pressure there from Sandy Baltimore. And Hermano hounding this back line now and does manage to put the pressure on and win herself a throw. I think she's going to come allow someone else to take that.
Smart. Don't want your winger out there, do you?
No. Yeah, slow start to the second half. It definitely feels, obviously Chelsea start the game so quickly. Brilliant from Meiko Hermano down this line though, still fighting away for the ball. Holds on to it, Hermano. Oh, that's a fantastic turn, trying to come up this line. Finds Beaver Jones. Still coming forwards, Beaver Jones. Ball one back. And Gotham will look to break. One back high by Sandy Baltimore. Baltimore now trying to show her quality. Takes it past one. Ball into the box. Headed away by Jess Carter. Ball forwards. Beaver Jones flicks it on, but she's in offside position. Carter's definitely a player with a point to prove today. She's been everywhere for Gotham. This is brilliant from Hermano though. Love the dummy. She just didn't really have much pitch to work with, unfortunately. Everyone was just congested in this corner.
Yeah.
Ball out there. High pressure from Ashley Lawrence, winning, well, conceding a throw. Trying to win the ball back.
Yeah.
Here is Lucy Bronze. Manages to give it back to Zakira Musovic. Musovic, interesting question. What is going for her head this season? She's presumably not going to start over Hannah Hampton. What's the driving force to her staying at Chelsea? We're not surprised. Manchester United needed a goalkeeper this summer. Is that not someone you think they'd target?
Potentially.
Or is that just not a viable option?
It's a weird scenario. It really is. Yeah, a goalkeeper will be bouncing out opportunity.
No, I don't think that Chelsea would sell to United. So United, unless it's a high fee, which I think United would consider would probably be against, considering they've already spent a good few $100,000 on Elizabeth Turland. Yeah, I'm not sure they would, but it's someone you've got to think they've had a look at. If not, that's poor.
Yeah.
And it's still a position they just really need to improve.
Gotham just working it round now, just enjoying themselves.
Yeah. Goalkeeper position that the US have also got to consider. Obviously, Alyssa Nair, 36 now. It's unlikely she'll be at the 2027 World Cup.
Yeah, probably.
Probably not.
But... I mean, it's probably likely that he won't be there. She won't be there.
Yeah, something to consider. Ultimately, the answer to both of those questions could be the same player if Fallon Tollis' choice does get some minutes for United this season, does end up becoming the US starting goalkeeper. I mean, I imagine the US will have other options, undoubtedly, but And United have plentiful options if they actually go out and sign anyone.
Yeah, definitely.
Justin Williams asks, who is your Chelsea goalkeeper preference? I love Hampton for me.
Same.
So it's good. It would be Hampton over Musovic. I think they're both very good goalkeepers, so it's difficult to make that argument either way. But, you know, we saw at the end of last season, Musovic came in and did a really good job. I think throughout last season, though, Hampton was super solid. I'd be happy either way, but I think Hampton just about edges it for me. Gary is saying, Gotham definitely have the coolest looking crest of the NWSL clubs. I'm now going to have a look at all the NWSL clubs and make a judgment on the coolest looking crest. Orlando Pride just looks too much like Orlando City. So they lose points for individuality.
Phew.
Kansas City Current, it's not very football-y. It's not much going on there that's fun. Washington Spirit, elite. Very good. It's very American. It has the stars, it has the red and white stripes. Very football. I like it. Gotham is fun. Gotham is good. It's Statue of Liberty based. I like it. The colour scheme, Statue of Liberty based for the club. I like it. However, they don't play in luminous green. In that bright sort of teal that they use in all their branding. If they played in a kit that colour, phenomenal stuff. But they don't. Like this colour. For the Chester. It doesn't show up too well on camera, I don't think. But this colour, I didn't specifically wear a kit that could work for both teams, but it works. But yeah, this sort of colour would be nice. Portland Thorns. It's round. It has a thorn in the middle. It says Portland Thorns on the outside. It's a chance for Gotham now. That should have gone in. Strike from range. Good stop from Musovic. Another effort wide and high. I haven't finished looking at the NWSL clubs.
No.
North Carolina Courage. It's not bad. It's very football-y. Not sure on the red and white. Just red sort of being in the top left corner of the badge. Not on board with that.
No.
Straight down the middle, please. Chicago Red Stars. It's okay. It is very MLS. Very NWSL. Not very football-y. Bit soccery. Shots now for Esther Gonzalez. Lovely couple touches in there. Can she get a shot away? Not quite. Can she create a chance for a teammate though? Well, she has held on to that ball very well. Now that ball goes into the box, and that will be seen out for a Chelsea goal kick. Bay FC. I do like a fancy little font. Giving Inter vibes. Giving Fluminense vibes. Big fan of Bay FC. They might win. Racing Louisville. Boring. Very boring. San Diego Wave. Don't like the name, but it is a fun badge. So they win. Potentially. That's a good one. Angel City. Pretty good stuff. It's only 3 more. Houston Dash it's just a H. That's no worst one. Seattle Rain, I don't hate it. I don't really get it, but not bad. And then Utah Royals. I mean, they're not very good at football, but nice little badge. Okay, nice little assessment there of all the NWSL badges. Gary says, I agree. Washington was my second favourite for the same reason you mentioned. Thoroughly American. Exactly. It's so American. I'm surprised there isn't an eagle on top of it. That would make it even more American. And like a button on it that you press and it just starts playing the anthem.
That would be good.
It would be, yeah. On the shirt as well, so they could do it mid-game. You don't even need to do the anthem at the start, you just do it mid-match.
Yeah.
And then your opponents would obviously have to stop and all pledge allegiance to... Who are they pledging allegiance to?
The flag.
Oh, of course. Oh, sorry, silly me. But, yeah, 30 minutes to go in this one. Encouraging startings from Bompastor's first game.
Yeah. Good stuff for Chelsea. They look decent.
Indeed. Justin says, Cali teams have the best logo names. Louisville has to be the word. Exactly. Louisville's just nothing going on. It's just like pastel purple. It gives me Parma Violets vibes. I do like Parma Violets, but nothing going on there. Just as Racing Louisville. And there's some spiky things in the middle. That is a good ball into the box. cleared away for a corner there by Chelsea. A little bit nervy there. Definitely not convincingly dealt with. But yeah, I don't know what the Cali teams are, Justin. With the best logo names and names. Let me try and guess. Is there one called California? There is not. That's screwed me. Cali's LA, isn't it? There's no teams LA in it either. Unbelievable. Ball into the box. Save for everyone. Oh, the one called Carolina might be in Cali. No, that's California. Different places. Anyway, 30 minutes to go. Ball forward, headed away there by Neve Charles, out for another throw. And Meitane looking to put this ball into the box now. Headed away, of course, by Millie Bright. Ingle gets the second touch. Hermano, a little too aggressive there. Using her body there to try and get the ball back. Ends up nudging a player and doing a foul. Which she doesn't agree with. If you're getting bodied by Mako Hermano, questions. Because Hermano is very small.
Yeah.
Love her, but very small. Big question marks, Sabroni. How have you fallen down like that?
Chance for Gotham to get back in this.
Maybe that was the rest thinking. There's just no way Hermano could have physically outmuscled someone.
Yeah.
But no, I like Mako Hermano. I want to see more of her for Chelsea this season. Ball into the box. It's heading up in the air for Gotham. All Gotham really second half. Chelsea haven't come forwards that much. There was a few times where we just kept running into the corner.
Yeah.
And with Baltimore and with Hermano and with Beaver Jones, but nothing clear cut. No shots. But yeah. Gotham in possession. Ball forward into this wide area. One back well, and now they'll look to break. Nah, Beaver Jones unable to hold on to that one. Ryan with a good challenge. Beaver Jones then committing a foul. Ryan winning a free kick. Referee here not happy with a few people and will award a yellow card to Angie Beaver Jones. That should have been a yellow card there to the Gotham player for asking for it. Awful. Get her booked. Beaver Jones does pick up a yellow card though. Very soft. Gotham in possession again. Here's Jess Carter. Not heard from her in a while. Now Sophie Ingle. Vicar able to play that ball through. Here come Gotham. That control has definitely started to slip for Chelsea in this game. Hermano, though, trying to win it high up the pitch here. Does win it back. It's pulled down. That will be a free kick and a yellow card awarded to the Gotham defender. Chelsea with a free kick in a good area then. And yeah, Mako Hermano battling away for the possession. Does really well there to draw the free kick as well. She fought hard for the ball, won it back, got past her defender, and then a foul's committed. And this is a sign we all want to see as Chelsea fans. It's sub for Gotham. It's Anne-Katrine Berger, the third goalkeeping change of the game. No idea what's going on here. Very friendly, very pre-season-y. Here comes Anne-Katrine Berger. Betos has had a nice 20-minute stint. And now she's supposed to be sub, but she's not listening. Now she is going. So yeah, third goalkeeper change of the night for Gotham, which is truly bizarre. But it is going to be Anne-Katrine Berger coming on to face her former side. The first time she faces Chelsea since departing in February this year. Oh, which makes sense. She plays in the NWSL. We don't play them. But she does get a nice welcoming from a few of the Chelsea players there. Namely Lucy Bronze, which might be the weirdest one. But alas. And Chelsea changes as well. Khadija Buchanan coming into the back line then. That is nice to see, presumably for Millie Bright. We see Sophie Ingle off. So I don't know where Bright's gone. Ingle hasn't gone, that was Bright off. Ingle's still on. Potter's on the pitch. That's what we like to see. Bit of Lexi Potter as well. Ball in. Buchanan towards the back post, unable to get there. And that's out for a corner. But yeah, so Lexi Potter on, youngster at Chelsea. I have no idea what the scoreboard is doing anymore. They've just subbed on the Gotham goalkeeper for Lauren James. Neither of whom are on the pitch anymore. So, no idea what the zone are doing there. But I can tell you Lexi Potter's come on for Chelsea. Presumably, I have no idea who for actually. Veka? I think. Katien, I think. Veka Katien, so. Yeah. Berger throws it forwards. Hamano tries to put the pressure on. And doing well there. I'm really liking this pressing from Meiko Hamano. And again, we're seeing quite a popular 4-4-2 out of possession shape. Something that we actually saw used a lot last season at Chelsea, indeed, by Emma Hayes. So yeah, it's now a midfield partnership of Potter and Ingle. Hamano playing as pretty much a second striker. In fact, it does look like a more organic, more natural 4-4-2 rather than a 4-2-3-1 with a 4-4-2 out of possession shape. So yeah, Nancy Hurtado Vazquez onto the stream. Talking in Spanish. Harry, are you alive enough to translate?
No.
I will guess it then. Ramirez is not here because she's tired. And Bompastor, something about mascara. Welcome to the stream regardless. Yeah, obviously Ramirez not involved today because she come back late from the Olympics. The same reason we don't see Shoka Nuskan. The same reason why Gotham are missing a lot of very talented American footballers. They're not NFL players, I mean USWNT players. Anne-Katrine Berger has tried to pass to a manager there. Pass in between the centre half and the left back. So that will be a Chelsea throw. Lawrence does really well there to hold on to that ball under a lot of pressure. Finds Buchanan, and now we can open up this game. Plays it across into... That's not Neve Charles. I don't know who that is, but she is bursting in behind now. Puts a ball into the box. It's slightly over here. I'm trying to work out who that is. It is Bernabé. There we go. Find out where she plays now. Left back. So she's involved. Chelsea do have a lot of left backs this season as well. A lot of fullbacks. Maybe just play just fullbacks.
Maybe.
Mariani coming off the field for Gotham. Baxter on in her place. Baxter a forward, I believe. No, midfielder. Ball forward from Anne-Katrine Berger, and well, Paris puts in an aerial challenge. Does more just to unsettle her opponent than actually go and claim the ball, but that does bounce out for a Chelsea throw. Thanks, by the way, to everyone that's joined us this evening. We gained a few subscribers as well, I think about 5 now, so that's fantastic to see. And of course, if you are new around here and haven't hit that subscribe button yet, make sure to do so. It massively helps us out and lets us know you've enjoyed tonight's stream. But yeah, obviously the game is live on YouTube, so we understand that slightly less people wanting to watch our coverage. But welcome to it. Thanks to everyone that has chosen to join us for it. 20 minutes left. That's brilliant from Viva Jones. I mean, she gets a roughy tackle from Carter in response after putting it through her legs. We're brilliant. Viva Jones strutting her stuff tonight. A month ago to the season, could we see Viva Jones start through the middle against Aston Villa?
Yeah, potentially.
Who knows? I'd like to see it. I like Viva Jones a lot. I think she's a very, very good player. So hopefully we could see that next season. I think she'll be involved a lot more in some capacity. Obviously, Kerr missing a large part of the season is going to mean more minutes for other attacking players. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Beaver-Jones out on that right-hand side this season. With obviously she's in competition with Lawrence, she's in competition with Canary, the most prominent one. But I think we'll see Beaver-Jones minutes in that striker position, in that right-wing position. I think she'll start to become an even more key part of this Chelsea team. In fact, it's harsh. She doesn't start every game. Brilliant player. And developing very, very nicely. Double change, Wardlaw and Watson. And that's going to be Bronze and Beaver-Jones coming off. So I think Wardlaw will lead the line then. And presumably Watson will come in to right back. Or Lawrence to right back. Watson on the wing. I don't know. We'll find out. Baltimore puts the ball in. Claimed well by the goalkeeper and Katrine Berger. So, Lucy Watson. I don't think the same one as the Lucy Watson who played at the U19 Euros though. U17 Euros. Very confusing. U19, U17, U19.
19, yeah.
Berger. Plays out wide. All down the line, but that's how to play. And out for a Chelsea throw. Now Gotham keen to put the pressure on. Ball up in the air now. Potter will get it under her control. That's a nice pass from Watson into Perisset. Ball forward looking for Wardlow. It's an absolute mess. Chance for Wardlow. She's going to keep fighting away for it. No idea what Angeline Berger's trying to do with it. Ends up kicking it off. Oh, so close there to pouncing and finding her first goal for Chelsea. Sorry, that's Watson, I think. Yeah, Wardlow playing defence, Watson playing up front. Not the other way around. Here's Baltimore. Holds on to that ball well. Wants to dart inside now, Sandy Baltimore. Potter. Perisset. Brilliant stuff from Ashley Lawrence. Someone trying to come through the wall. And Lawrence being brought down. That's really good defending there to stop that going out for a corner instead for a throw. But yeah, Watson fighting away for out there. Just wasn't quite able to get a shot away at goal. But encouraging stuff. Chelsea have played very well this evening. The young players are coming in and done a good job. I think probably a convincing performance from Chelsea, I would say. Gotham's goal was a set piece. Other than that, Chelsea have been the better side. I think it's difficult to argue otherwise.
Yeah.
Looking at.
Yeah.
Here is Ingle. Now Bernabé. Down the line into Lucy Watson. But she is offside, much to her frustration there.
Still working away, Chelsea.
Berger. Carter. Zabronic, that's an overhit pass to Carter. Carter couldn't quite get there. Chelsea throw. Much to Zabroni's frustration, she thinks Carter should have got there. Not sure who I agree with, to be fair.
Yeah.
Really good stuff there from Perisset to keep that in. Smart positional sense there from Wardlaw just to slot in there to right back with Perisset having to come inside. That sort of positional intelligence in young players that can really see them rise through those youth ranks, that can really see them contest for first team minutes. You know, it's obviously you need to have those technical and those physical abilities, but if you don't have that mental side of the game, it's very difficult to adapt your game from that youth stage to that senior game. So good to see that the elements of that in young players. Hamano. Parasite plays down the line into Ashley Lawrence. Lawrence now wants to deliver the ball, goes back inside to Lexi Potter. And Potter forced a very long way back into Wardlaw. Are you surprised to see Brooke Aspin not involved in this camp? Even if she is headed out on loan, are you surprised to see her not involved? Same for Cheris Brown.
It's a weird one, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, they're not in the squad. Do you not include them in the squad?
Yeah, that's fair. And I guess while the camp is in the US, they can start making moves. They can look at a loan move. Obviously, they are young players. They can still train with the youth setup to keep that fitness, just in case they don't move. That you would assume they
100%.
will.
Yeah, at some point they might move. Yes.
They'll find a loan move somewhere in the Championship. Where do you see Aspen going this season?
I don't really know, to be honest. It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it?
Would Crystal Palace be an okay destination, or would you be looking for a little higher up the table? Brighton? Everton? Leicester?
Yeah. It's an interesting list.
Gotham got Orlando Pride coming up on the 1st of September. Obviously, that will be their second game back. They play the Portland Thorns, I believe, this Saturday. Ryan over this free kick then for Gotham. Ball looped into the box. A header in there. Ball into the box again from Gotham. Claimed well by Zakira Musovic. It's Carter actually. Put that second ball in. Buchanan. Bernabé. Now Buchanan. Musovic tries to lift that ball forward. It's going to bounce up in the air. Game of headers now. Set up by Ingle. She brings that down. Plays Hamano in behind. She looked on side to me. Jostling for possession. Wins it. Now looks to take it around the defender. Does take it around the defender. Defender gets back in. Goes back to Lawrence. Lawrence lets it run a little bit. Finds herself unable to continue. Hamano takes it past one. Pokes it in towards Ashley Lawrence. Brilliant little bit of play. And then that is out for a Chelsea corner. But he tries to stop her going
Messy.
inside, ends up putting it out for a corner.
Yeah, very messy.
So as I say, corner out for Chelsea. Sandy Baltimore looking to put this in. It's flicked on in there, and it's a bit of a wayward shot from Bernabé. From Lucy Watson, sorry. Keen to get her first goal for the club, Watson. What a nice moment that would be. And just rushing those chances a little bit so far. Here it's Carter. Back across to a centre-half partnership. Lion tomorrow, says Gary. I definitely think for Harry there'll be a lion. I'm feeling tired, but I'm handling all right at the moment, I think. I haven't fell asleep on the show yet. There comes Gotham. But yeah. Definitely a bit of a lion, Gary. Ball looped into the box and a fairly comfortable claim for Zakira Musovic. Musovic now Buchanan. Musovic again. Lifts it into Bernabé, tries to take on the attacker. And now here are Gotham. Carter. Needs an option down the line. Nothing apparently available. Well, the ball back to Anne-Katrine Berger. Now Carter. And now it's out wide. Ball into the box. Sloppy. From Bernabé, dealt with by Perisse. Poor pass from Hamano. Picked up on it there by Gotham. Shot from range. Wide of the mark. Ryan, just rush that one a little bit in there. Not a bad shot though, in the circumstances. Milosevic. Now Bernabé. Don't know what's happened here, but the fourth official and Sonia Bompastor are engaging in a conversation. In the meantime, Lemeka Hamano is driving through the pitch until she is abruptly stopped. There's one then by Lexi Potter, who finds Watson. Watson could can she pick out a teammate, goes to Sandy Baltimore. Baltimore pokes it through to Lucy Watson. Chance for Watson. Big save from Berger, who smothers it well. Out now for a Chelsea throw. Berger there denying the young Chelsea star Lucy Watson from a first goal for the club. Ball lifts in behind there from Lawrence. Really important header from Jess Carter. Wardlaw can't get that under control, but then she does. Good stuff. Buchanan finds Baltimore. Holds that ball up well. Now there's a lift in behind. Not quite worked out, and that bounces through to Berger again.
Not long to go now.
Indeed, here is Jess Carter. Berger. Drills a pass out wide. That's a ball pass forward. Ends up going out of play. Out for a Chelsea throw. Yeah, really nice stuff this. Watson carried it forwards well, laid it into Baltimore. Baltimore with a really nice ball through. Brilliantly placed, ball through. And then Lucy Watson just firing straight at Anne-Katrine Berger, struggling to find a way to go. Ingle. Now it's with Eva Perisse. And Lawrence put it inside the Potter. Potter held onto it well, but it was definitely fouled in there. By Zebroni. Buchanan. Ingle. Wardlaw. Lawrence. Carrying it forwards now for Chelsea. Tries to find Perisse. Perisse can't keep it under control. Carter back now to Berger. Ball forwards. Cleared out by Bernabé.
Good game.
Yeah, it's been an enjoyable one. O'Hara coming on now. Former call Zaboni, Kelly O'Hara. That reminds me, they tried to sign a really old player, not like a pensioner or something, but an ex-player just for this game because they needed one. Gotham.
Right.
I can't remember who it was. Gonna have to search it now. Heather O'Reilly. That's what made me think of it. Anyway, yeah, she's obviously a great ex-player. Used to play for like Arsenal, various other teams, but yeah, and she's not played for a while. But and they signed her just for today's game on a one-day contract. But she failed the medical because of, I think, her heart.
That would have been fun though.
But yeah, would have been fun to see an ex-player coming in like that. Yeah. Just as except for Erin, very true. Good stuff today, but that will be slightly concerning. Potter, hopefully it's nothing serious, nothing to worry about. If we were to have no Erin Cuthbert to start the campaign, that would be a huge loss. Baltimore tries to play it forward. Hamano has a shot at a tame effort, could have laid in. Ever Perisic there, Perisic making that abundantly clear. I don't think Hamano even knew Perisic was over that right hand side.
Yeah, power talking.
Yeah, communication. Ball forwards, well cut out by Wardlaw. Goal put out of play now. 4 minutes left on this one, plus some additional time. Lawrence, unable to keep that in. That does come off, actually, Lawrence. That'll be out for a Gotham throw. Ingle flicks over it. Watson gets it down. Now here come Chelsea. Buchanan. Burnby. Potter. Back across to Wardlaw. Now it's with Khadija Buchanan. Hamano into Lawrence down the line. Putting the pressure on. Cleared away by Ann-Katrine Berger. Potter puts it up in the air. Contested and won by Lucy Watson. Wonderfully takes aim from range. Not a terrible effort. A little wayward, but not a terrible effort from Lucy Watson. Now for a goal kick. Berger. Headed away by Lawrence. Hamano. That's a brilliant turn there. And here come Gotham. Perisic just spun a little too easy there. Gonzalez. That's really good defending there from Wardlaw. Stands her up well and knocks it out. Doesn't win says, how did Bronze do today? Fairly solid, to be fair. She played right back, right centre half. 2 different roles. Didn't really put a foot wrong, to be fair. There were a couple of times where Bronze drove that ball forward and ended up just sort of not going anywhere, but most of the time, rather than running into someone like she normally does, she did turn around, try and find a teammate, try and make a pass happen. So yeah, don't mind it. Not bad stuff. Decent debut for Chelsea's new right back signing. That's a good corner. A tempting header from the Gotham player. Bounce past the far post. But yeah, that is something to be wary of because Chelsea's defence just seemed to switch off there, marking up at that corner. We're into that last minute, plus of course whatever is allotted for additional time. Ball lifted out wide now to Sandy Baltimore. Wants to take on the fullback, can't quite. Will spin out to Bernabé. Now Baltimore. Another chance to take on the fullback. Plays into Hamano this time. Now back to Sandy Baltimore. Baltimore takes on one. Lays to Bernabé. She takes on another. doesn't end up going anywhere. Still jostling for it, Chelsea are now. Ball cleared away only as far as Sandy Baltimore. 3 additional minutes in this one then. Wardlaw. Perisset. Potter. Lovely pirouette. Ingle, it's headed away. Harry, I've got a question. Who is your player of the match?
Oh, that is a good question. It's hard to give player of the match in pre-season because all the players swap around and a lot of players get cameos. I think I'll have to go to a first half performer though, because that's definitely when Chelsea were at their best, and I will go for Johanna Writing Can Ride.
Yes, the obvious answer. 2 goals and an assist. Brilliant throughout that first half. Obviously came off at the break, but I definitely think she's proved herself to Sonia Bompastor as someone who can be a real useful player, a real brilliant player, to be fair. Yeah, I think still, as I say, so much potential that was never unlocked under an MH Chelsea system. But with Bompastor coming in, really positive signs today. Actually, her driving down the centre and then getting that 1-2. Really good stuff. That ball in behind for Agatha Jones' goal was absolutely sublime. So yeah. Here come Chelsea once again. Hermano. Ball out wide into Bernabé. Bernabé to Baltimore. Looking to make something happen now. Sandy Baltimore. Burst into the box. Ball in. Over towards the back post. Nothing quite comes off. Dame of the game says Gary. Yeah, player of the match. Works slightly better than Dame of the game. I'm trying to think of one that works.
Judy Dench.
Yeah. Fair enough. Random shout out for Judy Dench. Not Judy Dench.
First Dame that came to my head.
Dame Kelly.
Dame Kelly.
There is a Dame Kelly. I can't think of what her surname is.
That's good.
Not really relevant. Anyway, 30 seconds left of this one then. Been a good start to the Bompastor reign. A fairly comfortable dismantling here in pre-season of Gotham FC. 3 early first half goals meant that Gotham had a lot of work to do in the rest of the match. They scored before the break with that corner, with that set piece goal, free kick. But other than that, quite early hours of the morning in this one. Berger will put this ball into the box. It's headed on, it's flicked on, chance in there, headed limply towards goalkeeper Musovic, and that will likely see the end of the game. And it does indeed. That is full time here in the USA. Gotham 1, Chelsea 3. A comfortable performance from the Blues. Bompastor with a winning start in charge. That's what you want from pre-season. Some comfortable matches, some strong performances, some good signs of things to come this season. Exciting stuff. I think we'll call it there so Harry can get to bed. Thanks everyone that's joined us this evening. I hope you have enjoyed the coverage. I will definitely be back on Sunday, hopefully with a slightly more lively Harry in tow. So do join us there as Chelsea take on Arsenal in the USA. But yeah, good stuff. See you then. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.